production of FTP Sports. Welcome back. Joe Wank alongside of me, Tanner Rose. We start Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Rock Island Rocks and the United Township Panthers. For the first at bat of game number 2 is Derek Wilson. As we start game number 2, the keeps picking up your new team. Tanner, what are you expecting? What are you expecting different in this ball game than there was in the first?
I mean, the Steelers are going to be calmed a little more now that they got that first game out of the way. And
nasty pitch there by Wessel, swung on and missed.
The Panthers are going to look to come back and even up this series now and throw a loss in the Rocks column for Western Big Six play.
And even a split was good to start the season. As Wessel's, the righties, wind up in the pitch is outside for 2. His pitch count might be limited due to his arm, and he's had shoulder problems, but his pitches are very, very nasty when he gets going.
Yeah, in his last outing, he pitched a pretty good game. Obviously, his pitch count was limited.
Strike 3 called there as Wessels throws the fastball right by him as we start this game off with a strikeout. One big thing here, obviously, the big key is that UT is going to want to have a better start in the first game and not let any runs come across the top after the first. But anyway, you're talking Derek Wessels threw 33 pitches in 5 innings of work, and only have 33 pitches in almost 5 innings of work in that game is very good. And that just shows you the pitchers, though, that they had Tuesday against Girard. Here's the first pitch to Sanders, grounded past second base, and Sanders will reach.
Yeah, and
that's a nice place hit for Sanders.
Here in this second game for the Panthers, if they can clean up the fielding, they're going to give themselves a pretty good shot to win this one. That's really what killed them the last time around.
Chapman now coming up here for Rock Island is Zach Chapman. He's pitching in this game. Solid game in the second inning. No changes in the lineup for Rock Island in this ball game, other than the fact that Bailey Gaskin is going to be in this ball game for the Rocks. Here's the pitch from Wessels from the stretch, 1 gone, and it is a shot to second. And Halligan can't make the beat on the play, rounding second and going through to Sanders. He will make it safe. As a second has now tagged out is Chapman. Good play there as they tried to throw the third to get Sanders out. It went over his head. Comes up with it. And the tag is placed. Good fielding there by UT to stop the run. Let's on now with a runner at third.
Yeah, that's a big out for the Panthers. Pick up right there. Looking awkwardly after that. Got the out at second.
Halligan moved from center to short during the second in this game. As Gunnaman takes center to the stop. This is out right field for UT. Here's the pitch from Wessels. Ball low. The righty Wessels in this ball game. As we had 2 lefties match up in the first game, we're going to have 2 righties in this one. As Cullen George up for Rock Island. If there's anyone you want on the first inning, Rock Island as a shot there to short. And Lucan can't get it, and Cullen George again comes up and drives in another run. His 3rd RBI of the day. He went 3 for 4 in game 1, and I was just going to say, if there was anybody you want at the dish in that situation in this early in the game, it's Cullen George, especially the way he played in the first game.
Yeah, talk about staying hot. I mean, another big RBI right there after having such a big first game. And
as the courtesy runner. So now here is the winner of the last game, Matt Erickson. After throwing a gem on the player of the game, shot. Bounce right back to Wessels for the first time. So after 1 inning, the top half of the inning, it is 1-0. Giving up the fact that up there. And here, Coach Young, what do you think he's telling his ball club right now? As he is hot right now, getting into his guys.
Yeah, he's getting after his guys out there. I mean, he's probably, telling them that they need to pick things up on the defensive side of things. They've made a lot of errors that shouldn't have been made today. And it looks like here in that inning, it started to pick up a little more. So they're going to have to clean things up on the defensive side of things.
And we're going to take a quick break. We'll back at the bottom half of the Joey alongside me, Tanner. This is a production of FTP Sports. Very windy ballpark here at U.T.H. now Aaron Halligan coming up. Out of the first inning here. UT now 1-0 as we start. Bottom out of the first. Let's see if Halligan, as we talked about, now back in the cleanup spot here to start this game. First pitch, dribbled there down the third baseline foul.
I think this is where Halligan needs to be. He can be very productive.
Yeah.
He can find a way to get on base. Exactly what the Panthers need.
And the fact that, he really embraces the leadoff spot. Dribbler down the third baseline. Halligan trying to run it out. The throw to first is in time. And one gone here as Chapman retires the first guy. Dueling fives, throwing with dueling right-handers. So, up to bat now, number 12. Johnson had a very decent game in that first game.
Yeah, I mean, he made some nice plays out there at second. And he did a good job at the plate, too. He started what could have been a second-inning rally with the walk, and just pick back up where he left off here in the second game.
Let's see what he does here. First pitch from Chapman, the windup and the pitch. Inside, ball one. And in that first game, Mitch Ellison did a very good job of, being very patient at the dish. Wasn't reluctant to take pitches that he needed to take. And ended up getting on base and ended up getting drove in a couple of times. There's a pitch inside, almost gets him 2-0 on the count. You're going to start feeling the intensity and the speed of this game, I think, really picking up now as things are going to start flying by. Here's a Chapman at the mound, the windup and the pitch to Ellison, inside ball 3. And again, Ellison really patient at the plate. That's very good to see from him. That's what I stated in the first game about how his maturity was really good since last year. Outside for ball 1, or strike 1, excuse me. Here's the pitch, high for ball 4. He gets their first base runner with Mitch Ellison. Up to the plate now, Connor Gunneman for United Township. Gunneman, after going all 7, giving up 5 runs though. Now it's time to see him work in the outfield to work from the mound. Now he's working to the outfield. He always liked to help his own cause out on the mound at the dish. Now he's got a chance to just be the hitter instead of having to worry about pitching. So let's see if he just lets it go. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, you just got to put that first game behind you. You're feeling pretty good about yourselves if you can pick up a win here.
From the stretch, Chapman runner at first. Pitch is a laser to short. Booted there by Sanders. Ellison rounding second, going to third. Running hard to third. He'll get in there, sliding at first. And Gunneman with a laser shot up the middle. And runners on the corners now for UT. Yeah, will go down as an error as it got through Sanders.
And that was just a ball that 5-holed Sanders.
Yeah.
Ellison gets up to third. Those are the types of plays that the Rocks had go in their favor in the first game, and now the Panthers are looking to swing that momentum their way a little bit as they got runners on the corners and
like we said
at the plate.
Like we said in game 1, Ducks on the pond now for number 9, Bryce Lucan with 1 gone. Runners on the corners, Ellison at third leading off as Chapman steps off the bump. You gotta think right now that Chapman wants to possibly just, get out anything unscathed, knowing that they can still turn a double play here and get out without a run.
Chapman's going to be a little disappointed at the fact that
as going is Gunneman to try to get rid of the double play ball. Pitch is booted out there at second. Is coming in and scoring will be Mitch Ellison. And UT has knotted this ball game up. The throw from George to Sanders at second base. Sanders bobbled it, and it got past Ellison, scores. So now with the runner at second and Lucan up at the dish in a 1-0 count.
And just as I was going to say, now Chapman really is probably going to be disappointed at the fact that Sanders got 5-hold on that ball that could have been a double play on Connor Gunneman's bat. Yeah, and then he doesn't make the play right there, and the Panthers wind up scoring to tie this game up at 1.
Nice bunt there by Lucan. First in time, possibly thought. I think if that was a better bunt down the line, I think Gunneman would have been able to advance.
Yeah, that was just kind of a case where Lucan kind of bunted that right at Chapman, excuse me, and it held Connor at second, but now we got Harris at the dish. Yeah, excuse me.
Wessels had an RBI and he scored in the first game. He was had a hand in both runs. Pitch way outside. Gunneman's going to advance the 30s. So the runner really breathing down the necks of Rock Island. Really starting to get things going in their way. They're going to be trying to pick up their first lead of the day with a possible, if Wessels can connect with trying to get an RBI base hit here to bring in number 11, Connor Gunneman.
Yeah, and I mean, Wessels has a great chance right here to give himself a lead to work with out there on the mound. I mean,
yeah, go ahead, Taylor.
If you can do that, you gotta feel real good about yourself out there.
Pitch there, swung on a miss by Wessels, 1-1. Against the righty Wessels, 2 pitchers going out. Here's the windup and the pitch. Nice shot there down right field. And it's gonna hop. That's a base hit for Wessels. And the pitcher helping his own cause, and U.T. gets the first lead of the ball of the game and of the day, and it's a 2-1 lead, and that will count as their first hit of the ball game after the errors. So here comes Rico Esparza now at the dish, the pitcher.
Had a RBI single there in the bottom half of the game, and wasn't quite enough to get Andrea back on top. He's going to look also to pick up on the left.
Let's see. Here's the pitch from Chapman. Shot down the line. Booted. The throw up and throwing to first is not in time. Esparza makes it safely. Wessels round second to stay at third, and now the defensive errors are now coming into play for Rock Island in this ball game, and UT still going to try to add on with Logan McDaniel now as the DH in this ball game is coming up to the dish. UT getting their Rock Island impression right now with a very, very, very solid bottom half of this first inning, and we still have an opportunity to keep going if Logan can get a good piece to try to bring in Wessels.
We saw him drive a ball in his left field in the first game, and he got a good piece of it. So see if he can make some contact here and drive Wessels, and we'll give him a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Wessels, the more Wessels can get the lead, the more he could be, and especially if he can mow guys down real fast. There's the first pitch. Nice paint in the corner there by Chapman. So now the stretch Chapman. Kickoff move to first is not in time. They thought it was in time. It was very close. A bang bang play at first. Almost caught us. Sleeping there. Watch out now. Low on the count.
You got to expect Spaghettis to be ready for it down there at first. After he might have got away with one the last time.
If you're Chapman right now with a rocky start, no pun intended, for the Rocks here in this first inning, what are your thoughts right now? What do you think is going through his mind?
Well, I mean, you just got to get this last out and come out of this inning with the least amount of damage possible. Leave his team down only a run. We know how these Rocks bats can get going. Being down only a run isn't too much to this Rocks team.
Not at all. So let's see if they can keep it going here. Again, runners in the corner, 1-1 count. Pitch is a high shot. This is again what you're talking about, one that could be trouble. And it is going to be held in by Siegel as that one was going all over the place with the wind. But they do get 2 runs with the players for Rock Island. 2 left on base. And after 1, it is 2-1 UT. We'll be right back. This is a production of FTV Sports. Welcome back, Joint alongside me, Tanner Rhodes. We're about to start the second inning of action here. Trey Siegel up to hit Rock Island in the sixth spot here in the top half of the second. Let's see if Rock Island can answer that bottom half of the first by UT.
Yeah, and the Panthers finally now getting a chance to play with the lead as they lead 2-1, and we'll see.
Nice pitch there on the curve by Wessels, bringing it up top, and then it falls out of the top corner. But he doesn't want to leave that there too much, because if he hangs that to the wrong guy, that could go for a while. There's a pitch by Wessels. Inside, ball one and on the count. So, again, you were saying, obviously, UT playing with the lead for the first time today against Rock Island. And
yeah, now we'll see if Wessels can settle in there on the mound and work these Rock Island hitters. He helped out his own cause with an RBI single that drove in Gunneman, so
let's see what happens. Siegel now at the dish, 2-1 the count. The pitch from Wessels is nice pitch in there for strike two. I don't know the pitchers today. The Wessels probably has the dirtiest stuff out there on the mound with the way he can change speeds. Here's the next pitch from Wessels. Low for ball three.
Yeah, that's really bad is his shoulder problems that have bothered him over the years, because he has such a special talent out there on the mound, and he can really get the job done when he's healthy.
Yeah, let's see how long he does go today and how effective he can be. Here's the windup pitch from Wessels again, and shot back in the foul. So full count still for Siegel. Wessels the windup, and the pitch is chipped back foul.
Good job to stay alive there by Siegel as he fought that one off the hands.
Pitch from Wessels here is a shot right up the middle. Nice hit by Siegel. Out to center. So they bring it in, and that's the third hit of the day for Rock Island with Trey Siegel. Now up is Bailey Gaskins for the Rock Island Rocks. Wessels from the stretch with Siegel at first.
It seems like the Panthers have worked with men on base all day long.
Gaskins lays the bunt down. Nice positioning there. Gets thrown over to second. Before the first in time on Ellison charging up. Ellison playing third in this ball game. Ellison more accustomed. He started out his UT career on the sophomore level as a freshman playing third. Everyone knew he could play the corner, obviously, and now get a chance today to play the corner here in the second game. So let's see how he feels and how much better he feels. Obviously, he made a great defensive play in that seventh inning in the first game. Let's see how much range he's got. He's got a lot of range.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Skaggs play at third there in the first game, and Skaggs being a senior, you could see Ellison be the everyday third baseman next year for the Panthers.
Yeah, the possibility, especially with some guys coming up and where they fit. And it's also about how Halligan adapts to the second base role, too. Nice pitch there from Wessels that falls to the strike zone, but he doesn't get it in before it comes across the plate. So 1-1 the count. Mitch Erickson at the dish for Rock Island, one out, man at second. Siegel. Here's the pitch from Wessels. A high fly ball to right. Chasing after it is stopless. He makes the catch in foul territory. So here comes Mike Peters now, who went 0-4 in game one. Here we go. The lefty Peters against the righty Wessels. From the stretch, the first pitch is chipped on and back. And strike one.
We've seen Rocky all day long. They get that first man on and they punt him over to second, play a little small ball. They've done such a good job of driving them in, so it'll be interesting to see if the Panthers can get out of this little jam right here.
Here's the pitch from Wessels outside, ball 1-1 the count to Mike Peters. But you're right, they've done a very outstanding job of playing small ball today. Really getting things going by getting guys on first, base hit, bunting them over to second, and then making it work from there. That pitch is low and outside for ball 2, so 2-1 the count here on Peters. Peters digs in the lefty. From the stretch, Wessels, the pitch. Chip back foul again, so evens the count back up at 2. How much confidence, obviously, he knows got to be building if Wessels can get this guy out, leave the runner at second, stranded.
Right, I mean, after and also talking about confidence, after Peters had struggled at the plate in that first game, he's looking to build a little confidence here himself as he fouls that one away to left field.
To the tennis courts. Off the fence of the tennis courts, but nonetheless. So Wessels did a good at bat so far by Peters to foul off a couple. 2-2 the count. Wessels from the stretch. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Peters, the second strikeout of the game. And after an inning and a half, it's still 2-1. In favor UT, we'll be right back. Panthers lead Rock Island 2-1 after an inning and a half of play. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Joe Mink alongside of me, Tanner Rowe, as we start the bottom half of the second inning. Luis Trujillo coming up now for the United Township Panthers. We have a score update in Game 1. The Allman Pioneers beat the Moline Maroons 6-1. And Allman in the second inning is up in Game 2, 1-0. So, more Western League 6 action. They're playing at Allman today.
And Allman, the team who went to state last year, is off to a hot start this year.
Nice rope shot there, but a great catch by Siegel at second. Lewis just had to shrug his shoulders right there. Hey. It was a good shot by Trujillo. He broke that right there, and Siegel made a nice catch.
Yeah, and if that ball would have hit the ground first, I think it would have got through to the outfield, but great fielding play by Siegel right there to get the first out.
So here comes Tony Stopoulos. So far, usually you obviously see him playing in the pitcher's role. 2 games this year pitching. He has been very impressive. A very solid outing against Galesburg in the Streaks invite last weekend, and then Thursday against Richwoods pitched another good game, and they with their 12-2 win. So coming in now, he's playing in right tonight in the 9 spot batting. First 2 pitches are high for balls, so it is 2-1 or 2-0 the count. I'm looking forward to hopefully possibly catching a game where Tony pitches, because he's from the looks of things, he's done a lot over the off season and now coming into this year.
Yeah, and against Richwoods, and he had great success against them.
Here's a shot by Stopoulos, a little floater there, and running into each other is Siegel and Sanders. Siegel makes the catch. Nonetheless,
somebody out there was yelling for the ball.
Sanders was running across, but that was the ball, and then Siegel just stood there. But I don't know why Sanders needed to run across and grab it, because
the easier play was exactly. The easier play was for Siegel just to come up and grab that ball.
Here's the windup in the pitch from Chapman Allen, an outside called strike. Allen in the leadoff role, 2-1 here. In the bottom of the second, pitch high for the ball. It's 1-0 the count, 2-1 here, Allen. Again, like we were talking in the first game, this kid's ceiling is so high, and I'm really hoping that he has a big year. He could have a breakout year. Inside, 2-1 the count.
Yeah, I mean, he really could just step up and be a huge contributor to this Panther lineup this year. The things he did before he even played for UT, playing for Team USA and traveling the country, I mean, his ceiling is just
so high. It's amazing. Like we've always said with that, it's up to him if he wants to. As there's another pitch inside for ball 4, so I have him there to walk. Now with Ellison up, let's see, possibly, as it's always the opportunity. Let's see if Halligan gets signed to run.
Yeah, he can cause a little havoc on the base paths.
We've already seen a botched throw from the catcher to second on a steal attempt, which ended up scoring a run. So, I don't know, you could think that as Halligan was outgoing.
And the Panthers are in a good situation right here. The bats that Ellison's had today has been really great.
Yeah, he's really grinding out the bats out this ball.
If he can keep his production up, it's going to stop his inning. Possibly take
very fast as Ellison sneaks out. As a hitter, what do you think that does to them? You know, this wind just going as wild as it does.
Well, I think that you just got to keep the same mindset up there and really just attack the ball.
2 on the count.
If you start to there with the plate and the wind, all the other factors around it, you know, that's when you're going to get in your own head. I think you just got to go up there and just be a hitter.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. You can't control it. That's one of the pitch there, ball 3. I think, I was going to say this last pitch, but the fact that Halligan's out there, faking the run, I can get to the pitcher's head knowing I want to throw a pitch that's good enough where the catcher can make a play if, he runs. How else is the 3-0 count that in there?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an out that Chapman's going to want to get because you look at who's on deck and Connor Gunnerman. That's a guy who can provide a lot of production with the bat in his hands.
Already has a base in this game, and he has a double in the first game. There's a pitch. There's a shot there to Siegel at second. Siegel comes up and flips it to Sanders covering.
Ellison came up limping pretty hard there. Doesn't look good out there.
Not good for U.T. Ellison can't return. He's big out there, especially on the defensive end, the way he can cover. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break and hope it's all right. We'll be right back. After 2 innings, it's 2-1. Possibly on a pitch limit the way his arm is. First pitch outside for ball 1. Let's see how long that he goes in this ball game. The game against the 5th inning, they used a multiple amount of pitchers.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that Wessels is on the pitch count. It's possible to each and every batter.
Yeah, you're right. Just make things last possibly, and especially if they can get Wes out. Fast swirling wind here. Turn the eyes of Rico as the dirt's really blowing in. Anyway, here we go. Now is in the box. The pitch is outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. It's called strike. Outside, ball 4. And he'll go to first.
Once again, the Rockies expect him to lay down that bunt.
But you're right. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, the productive small ball that Rockies played all day was just outstanding.
I mean, the way that they lay the bunts down the baseline.
Yeah, they put
it's
great placement on it.
but there's nothing you can really do.
You just gotta be ready. And I mean, obviously, you see Ellison playing in, possibly. But now the question, the question obviously is when he came up limping, how fast he can cover now. See if that bothers him.
Right, and I mean, once you start to play in a little bit, then you want to take into account the fact that it's that one time the Rocks pull the bunt off and they let their man sweep away instead, then you could get beat down the third base line, you know?
Yeah, you're right. So Sanders up. Stretch. Pitch is in there for strike one. Two on the count to Paramount. One on the count to Sanders. From the stretch, Wessels. Pitch is laid down, on laid down. Good play there by his Marson and get it to first. And now it's Chapman from Long Island. So much movement on all his pitches, it's just hard to, tell where it's coming.
Yeah, and the way he can paint the strike zone, if he can get healthy throughout the course,
Be dangerous. Yeah. Paramount getting happy feet out there at second. There's a chopper that moves foul. Rarely happens, pretty much ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not his day out there at shortstop. It's definitely a rare sight out there, but you gotta just keep confidence in your guy. That if you're Wessels, I mean, you gotta have confidence in the guys behind you are gonna make the plays that need to be made.
Yeah, you're right. So now Buck's on the pine here for George with one gone. And like we stated earlier, there's no guy right now that Long Island would rather have up. And Dylan George is having one of those days right now. On the day, he's 4 for 5 with 3 doubles and 3 RBIs. He had an RBI single in the first. And now he's got runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Outside for strike one.
Now if you're Wessels, he's probably going to be looking for the next part. The best thing, which would be
There's a shot up the middle as George comes through again, brings in Faramelli, and another RBI for George, his 4th of the day. Knocks this game up at 2. What a day this kid is having. Colin George playing. He's had today.
Yeah, nice. I noted it in between innings. The first inning, this kid going after pace setter.
Now, 3 doubles, 2 singles, and 4 RBIs. What a day for him, and we still got a lot of games left. He could have a couple more like that. I don't know how one comes since like U.T.H.S. for Long Island. Here the pitcher whistles in the dirt. As far as to keep the ball in front of him.
If you're the Panthers, you're going to want to get out of this. Keeping this game not at a 2 is key right here in this third inning.
one gone here in the top of the third. Still 2-2 after the George RBI. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3-1 the count. Wessel's really starting to miss the strike zone now.
He's got to keep his composure there. This is such a, even though it's the first Western Big Six series of the year for both of these teams, this is such a critical game.
Pitch in there for strike two. Alex brings it full. Can't get the guy out. Possibly, hopefully, in their case, looking for a double play ball. Anything here right now with Erickson at the dish. Here's the pitch from Wessels. Is low for ball 4, and that loads him up with Trey Siegel coming on for Rock Island. We've always seen Trey Siegel come through in big situations in on the basketball court. Now, trying to transition that into a big effort. The bases loaded and only one gone for the Rocks.
Yeah, I was just going to say the kid that we like to refer to as the coach's kid during basketball season has a chance to do a little damage here against the Panthers here in the beginning of this one with the bases juiced. Only one out, so if you're the Panthers right here, you're looking to turn that double.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, if you could get a double play ball here, that would be amazing. Obviously, stop the rally and hold it to a tie ball game after the meeting at the mound.
If there was just going to strikes down a little bit.
Yeah, just start attacking hitters. Start to go around guys. Start getting back in there and start painting the zone like he was earlier in the first 2 minutes of the game. From the stretch of the first pitch in there for strike one. That's a great pitch there to come back after walking the guy.
And that's huge for Wessels to get ahead in the count right here.
Yeah, now let's see if he can stay ahead in the count against Siegel with Gaskin on deck. Siegel reached earlier off a walk. Here's the pitch inside for ball 1.
You definitely don't want to allow a run due to a walk here, so.
Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1 is the count. The pitch from Wessels is chop foul there by Siegel. So 2-2 score, obviously. It is a 2-2 count. Let's see if Siegel can get something going or if Wessels can get this guy gone. Here's the pitch, and nice pitch there. Gets him called strike. Froze Siegel on a beautiful pitch by Wessels. Great breaking ball. Froze Trey, and now Gastons comes up with 2 gone and the bases loaded. That'll be huge momentum here if UT can make Rocky Strand the bases juiced.
And I mean, now you look at it as that strikeout really saves you from trading a run for an out there.
So now here's the pitch. Wessels, a shot by Gastons. Nice catch by Ellison. No, he didn't. Oh, he didn't. Wow, he dropped it apparently.
It hit the heel of his glove and popped out.
Oh, man, that would have been huge because he got over and dove and had it for a second and popped out. For a second, I think that Rocky has the game, or excuse me, UT gets out of the jam. Just like that, it seems to go away.
And I mean, the way the ball's been coming out of the Panthers' gloves today is just unbelievable, really.
Yes, it's a shot right to Ellison. Disappointed there. I thought he had it. Winding in the pitch from Wessels. Yeah. Nice breaking ball. Too high for the ball, so 1-1 to count. And now you just got to pretty much stop it here. You don't want them to get any more than what they already have. Swung on and missed there by Erickson. So Wessels again a strike away from getting out. Down 3-2 here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Wessels. And swung on and missed strike 3, and they get out of the jam. And Rocky leaves the bases loaded. So after 2.5 innings, it is 3-2 in favor of Rock Island. After coming back, getting 2 runs here to retake the lead. We'll be right back. This is a production of FTP Sports. looks at me. 10 in a row as we're about to start the bottom half of the third inning. It is 3-2 in favor of Rock Island. After Rock Island was down 2-1 going into the third, they answered with 2 runs in the top half. Now let's see if it's just like they did in the first. Connor Gunneman at the plate. First pitch is swung on. Chop back foul. Here's the windup in the pitch from Chapman. Gunneman chops another one fouled on the first base side. So 0-2 already on Gunneman with Lukin on deck. 3 from 5 hitters up in this inning for UT with a chance to try to answer back. Got some good guys that you can get at the dish here. Let's see if they can actually get something going.
This is definitely the part of the order that can do some damage.
Gunneman again chops and fouled on the first base side. Keeps moving over that way every time, so maybe this time we can get a nice shot on him. Getting a hold of everything, though, which is good. 0-2 count, the lineup in, the pitch from Chapman. Outside, way outside. 1-2 count to Gunneman. The pitch is chop foul again.
Way to stay alive here by Gunneman.
And a whole lot. Good work in the count that they tried to do in the game against Erickson in the first game. But in this game, they're doing a lot better job of working that count and trying to up his pitch total.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just in the first game, it was just a case of Erickson not allowing him to work the count.
All right. Gunneman again fouls that one back. Just letting it fly right now. And got to hold everything except the ball that was way outside.
Yeah, and Chapman has a few pitches to work with now. The only one ball in the count, so you might see him throw some dirt right here.
1-2 and a shot there. It's down the line. Gunneman just hitting it all over the place right now.
Just a good classic 2-strike battle right here by Gunneman, and we'll see if he can straighten one of those out.
Another foul. That was the 8th pitch of the at-bat, so.
And this is exactly what you need out of your leadoff hitter to start the inning.
And it tried to run both those, so. The 9th pitch of the at-bat to Gunneman. Outside for ball 2. Good eye by Gunneman. Gunneman really working on this at-bat. As this is a pitch.
About it out there on the mound.
So pitch 11 to number 11 in this at bat. Another foul ball by Sticks. You gotta think the way he's been battling, either A, bound to get K'd up, or B bound to get a nice shot. The pitch and a pitch. Stay alive.
It's such a great at bat. You'd hate to see him go down right here. This is the type of at bat where you feel like the guy at the plate, no matter what happens, is going to come up on base.
Yeah, usually it seems that way. Pitch 14, outside, ball 3. Good eye by Gunneman. So full count now for Gunneman. Wind up from Chapman. The 15th pitch up the at-bat is fouled again. Back into the tennis courts one more time.
Came up to the plate and just decided he didn't want to leave home for a little while.
Yeah, no, he just wanted to stay home and watch something here. There's another pitch inside. Ball 4. Great. What on that bat by Gunneman? A 16 pitch at bat. Wow.
He comes back and gets a walk. And
now let's see if they can build from that. That had to take a lot out of Chapman, a 16 pitch at bat, and then it ends up on the short end for him with a walk. And now Lucan comes up in the cleanup spot and trying to do something here. This is the part of the quarter that really started getting things going. Obviously, this is the part that drove the run in.
And it's after Gunneman takes such a great at bat right there, his teammates really got to feed off of that and find a way to get him around to score.
First pitch from Chapman there, low, and ball 1. Wessels in the top half of the inning for UT through 20 pitches. 27, I believe. 27 pitches. Chapman's already thrown 17. So getting used to that. From the stretch, Chapman. The pitch is chopped there.
This could be trouble.
Third first is not in time, and Lucan runs it out. A slow track where the Gaskins comes up on him. So Wessels comes up, who already helped his cause today. The runner on first and second. Chance to try to get back after the bad pitching half of the top half of the third. So now let's see if he can make up for what happened in the top half of the inning. Runners on first and second, with none gone. 3-2 is the score in favor of Rock Island, bottom of the third. Spars on deck for the Panthers. First pitch swung on and missed there by Chapman. Excuse me, swung on by Wessels.
Maybe raindrops start to come down here.
Pitch outside as the runners will advance. Gunneman and Luke come up to second and third. Pitch is outside, and it gets back to the fence. So, first base is open. Do you think they decide to just stay pitching to him, or do you think they'll put him on?
In this situation, I would put him on just to have the force outs at all bases, but
especially
it looks like they're going to go
slap
after
the
him.
ball around. Here's a pitch swung on and missed by Wessels. Stretch Chapman 1-2 the count, high for ball 2, evens it up at 2 apiece. And no outs. Esparza on deck. Gunneman at third, Lucan at second. Wessels battling a 2-2 count right now. From the stretch, Chapman. Pitch swung on and missed by Wessels. Not happy there, so that's the first out of the inning. And now Esparza comes up with runners in scoring position. Then a chance to really tack on here, possibly if Esparza. He did have, like you said earlier, in the 7th inning of the first game, he had an RBI single. Now let's see, he could possibly bring in 2 if he gets a base hit here to give him the lead again. Here's the pitch, and ball 1.
Yeah, and obviously, as they're going to meet at the mound with Chapman now, obviously this is who you want in this situation, a guy who's been here for the last 4 years.
Yeah, you're right, Enrico. Obviously, the guy that the savvy veteran on the team, if you wouldn't put it.
Definitely has the most experience out there, and he has a chance here in his final Western Big Six matchup against the Rocks to hit a go-ahead single here. So,
right, yeah,
or it doesn't necessarily have to be a single.
So after gathering the infield, now Chapman has a chance to calm down. 1 gone, 1-0 the count. To Esparza with runners on second and third. McDaniel in the on-deck circle. So here we go. Here's the pitch from Chapman in there. Strike 1, 1-1 the count as they even it up. And you know, obviously UT's they do not want to leave this half inning empty-handed after the way they started it off. Getting 2 guys on. Here's the pitch. pitch. Here's a shot by Esparza off the hand of Gaskins. Gaskins has to eat it, can't make a decision. Esparza with a laser to Gaskins. Gaskins can hold on to it, and then Gaskins just eats it because he can't make a decision. Gunneman scores, now runners on first and second with one gone, and McDaniel up to bat as we have a tie game once again at 3.
That was kind of like the ball that hopped off the heel of Ellison's
yeah, exactly. That scored a run for Rock Island, so Gaskins really just, right, he didn't, the guy we were talking said he didn't know where to go with it. Got guys yelling at what way to throw it. Cullen George was yelling, throw it home. And he was looking back between home and first, just really couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it, and just ended up eating it. Strike from McDaniel, got it up to 3. Stretch here, a swing and a miss by McDaniel. Logan not having the best day at the dish today. Really just got to calm down, get his head right, try to go out there. He did have a decent shot in the 7th inning of the first game. Second pitch, shot up the middle. Siegel fields it, gets through him. Here comes Lucan around third, and Lucan will score standing up. A shot there by McDaniel. Runners are first and second again, and UT retakes the lead 4-3. And just like in the first inning, when Rock Island got off to a nice start, they come back and answer just like they did in the first inning in the bottom half and retake the lead.
I was just going to say that McDaniel hasn't had much success up there today, but he has taken some nice cuts up there. And he finally got one to go his way as Siegel booted that ball. And
gets the RBI. And now Luis Trujillo, first baseman. Let's see if he can crank one. Stopless on deck. So 4-3 is the score. One gone. First pitch up high. Ball 1.
So now the junior Trujillo has a chance to add on to this Panthers lead here in the 3rd inning.
Who's getting the start at first in this ball game over Logan. Another pitch inside. So 2-0 the count, runners on first and second. Spaghettis in running for Esparza at second base. Here's the pitch, low from all 3. So a chance possibly now to have the bases loaded if he walks. Stopless on deck for the Panthers, I believe. So he's still in the circle, yes. UT trying to cap some more insurance runs here up 1. Here's the pitch in there for strike 1. 3-1 the count now.
And that was just a take all the way there by Lewis, and now he's going to have the chance to, if he sees a pitch he likes, he's going to have the chance to get the bat off his shoulders. So.
Yeah, 3-1 count. Chapman steps off the mound. UT very chatty in the dugout. I like that. There's a pitch low for ball 4, so the bases are loaded with Stopless coming up. So now number 13, Tony Stopless with a chance to come up and add on some more with only 1 run. Here in the 4-3 UT. Bases loaded. Rock Island had the bases loaded in the top half. Only got 1 run out of it. They left the bases loaded eventually. Let's see what the UT Panthers can do with their situation. First pitch strike there to stop us. UT again, like we said, don't want to go up empty-handed. Here's a shot. Just check foul here by no play. So 0-2 count now on Stopless. With a great chance to keep adding on and to get a big lead.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, this is a situation where you want to avoid the double play ball at all costs.
Here's the pitch, swung on and grounded. It gets by Gaskins, and it's going to get by the short Sanders as well. Coming around third and scoring will be McDaniel. A 2-run RBI single by Stopless, and it is 6-3 UT.
Good inning here for the Panthers. well, it goes back to that Connor
Yeah.
Gunnaman first at bat.
You're right. Perfect. You're right. It all
back to ground.
It all started with that big at bat, that 16 pitch at bat by Gunnaman against Chapman, and now Halligan comes up. As now they're going to meet at the mound. Possibly, this could be the end of Chapman's day. I'm not sure if they had anyone warming up. No, as Chapman's done for the day. Let's see who's coming into pitch for the Rock Island Rocks. 6-3 right now in favor of UT. Right now, the guys still in first and second. They still got a chance to add on with the top half of the order coming up. Mike Peters going to come in and take the mound. As he'll warm up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here in the third inning, it is 6-3 in favor of United Township. Welcome back, Joey. Alongside me, Tanner Rose. 6-3 here in the bottom half of the third. New pitcher Mike Peters for Rock Island. Let's see if UT can get hits off him. Maybe we're in Chapman there. Right now, it's already a 4-1 third for the Panthers. First pitch by Peters, low for 1-1. UT trying to keep tagging on here. Runners at first and second with only one gone. Halligan in the dish, top of the order here for the Panthers after the stopless two RBI single. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Pitch there skips to the catcher. So 2-1 the count now. And if Halligan and Ellison get on safely, or only one out has occurred by that time, Gunnaman will be up again, already having a lengthy at bat in this inning. So I gotta look out for that. Here's a shot by Halligan, just as he lasered that one.
Yeah, he gave that one a runner up. That one.
Good job though by getting it opposite field. He did put a shot into that bad boy. The lefty Peters works. The pitch is shot by Halligan, foul again. In this game, they couldn't do a good job of it in the first game, but in this game they have really done an outstanding job of getting the pitch count up and really working with the at-bats and being patient at the plate and really just extending everything to their advantage. And it's kind of unfortunate so far because they're up by 3 right now in this 4th inning. Here's a high chopper by Halligan, and low ball. Halligan, it's gonna run it. Oh, he did not run it out. Good job by Peters to regroup, turn, and fire that to first, and he gets the speedster Halligan out. But he does move the runners up to second and third, and Ellison.
And I agree with the catcher, George, who's talking to the umpire right now. I thought that ball hit the plate.
Yeah, me too. That was close. But
Ellison steps in. It was a good job there by advancing runners to second and third.
Ellison 0 for 1 coming up in this ball game. First pitch, a strike by Peters. But yeah, that was close. I didn't know if that hit the plate or not. But that was a good job by Peters defensively to let that fall right to him and then turn and fire that bad boy to first.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to hang up there just long enough for Halligan to beat it out.
Second pitch ball just low. But yeah, it was a very, very close play. He was beating it down the first base line. Really trying to get, obviously, Ellison with a chance here to possibly bring in 2 more runs if he can get a base hit. Here's the pitch. Shot there by Ellison. Single fields. Is in time. That return is high. Here by UT, they get 4 runs across, and after 3, it's 6-3 in favor of the Panthers. Here he goes. Lengthy 3rd inning. So UT is 6-3.
Wessels is out there now with a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, and this is what UT's been wanting all day, a pitcher with a cushion to play with. As first pitch outside for ball one. And
I'm sure they would have liked to give Connor Gunneman a little bit of a cushion like this so that he can work with the lead.
yeah, but Matt Erickson, a very solid pitcher. Just outside the throw, 2-0 is the count. After this, we back to the top of the order for Rock Island with Faramelli. Almost batted around in that last inning. As there's a pitch in there for strike number 1, 2 in the count. Wind up in the pitch by Wessels is outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Wessels. Swung on and missed there by Peters. Full count. Here's the pitch from Wessels. And swung on and missed by Peters. There's another strikeout for Wessels. It's his 5th strikeout, actually. So K number 5 for number 5, Derek Wessels. As we move to the top of the order for Rock Island here in the top half of the 4th. Still 6-3, and here comes Faramelli for the Rocks. Got things going for him in that top of the 3rd. Pitch outside, ball 1. Wessels now starting to get into a groove. Here.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as the defense behind him can make the plays that they haven't been, it should be all right.
Here's the throw to first, and it is in time. They call it in time as Lewis Trio with a nice scoop off the throw by Lucan. Lucan lets it hop to him and throws it to Trio at first. Nice scoop by Lewis there to get the out. So 2 on here with Sanders now coming to bat for Rock Island. Here's the pitch from Wessels, low, ball 1. You got to wonder how long they're going to leave Wessels in. This obviously is only the 4th inning, but with his pitch count getting up there, they didn't let him throw much the other way. Nice breaking ball, called strike 1. Pitch there, shot by Sanders, going out to right, running after Nistopoulos, and out. Yeah, that was a shot. I didn't believe it. It's out there and right on the side of the foul pole.
You really got to put a lot of power behind it to drive it through this way.
Yeah, and the fence is fairly deep. So got to get a lot on it. Nice pitch there, breaking ball, called strike 3. Wessels 6K of the game, and after 3.5 innings, UT is up 6-3. Wessels with a beautiful inning there, pitching gets 2 strikeouts. And 3.5 of action. Rock Island 3, UT 6. Here we go, start of the bottom of the 4th inning. Connor Gunneman back leading one for UT. Here's the pitch for Peters. A shot by Gunneman to center. And that one will fall. Not the 16 pitch at bat he had last time up, but he only needs 1 on this one to drive it to center.
Good piece of hitting again by Gunneman.
Good shot.
He just has so much success at the plate up there.
And it's crazy to think the kid's going to college to be a pitcher at Parkland. And I mean, he's such a high ceiling at the plate, too. Just the way he's so successful. There's a nice pitch there. Peters gets the first strike. So UT up 6-3. Sure, it's only in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to add on to this 3-run lead. Lucan at the dish. got stuck up in the netting up here above us behind home plate. But anyway.
Bet he couldn't do that again.
Don't let him try. Calling for it outside. Here's the pitch. Slapped there to short. And it's botched there by Chapman. And Chapman's poor bad day continues. After giving up the big inning at the mound in the third. Botches that one. So now first and second for UT. No outs. And again, UT's starting to make some noise. The chance to add on to where they already are. Up 3.
Yeah, they got a good chance here now. It's for them to go extend this lead a little bit. Once again, help out his own cause.
Wessel's showing one. Rockets it back here. I don't think I've ever seen a bunt laser play like that. Wow. Anyway. Excuse me. Bottom 4th, 6-3 lead for UT. No outs. 0-1 the count here. Let's see if Wessels shows bunt again. He shows and can't get it down, so now he's going to have to try swinging away with an 0-2 count. Surprised to me that they did make it, that he is showing bunt on this at bat.
Yeah, Wessels is a guy that you want up there swinging away, but I mean, earlier in the year we talked, before the season started, we talked with Connor, and he was telling us about how much they're stressing small ball now, and how they want to get that down, and that's going to help their game a lot. So
yeah, and especially right now with this lead in conference play, you got a chance possibly to have Rico come up and try to drive runs in, so anything's possible. Here's Wessels gets that bunt down, nice placement there. Here's Peters, turns and fires in time as they move the runners into scoring position as Wessels on the hitting end gets guys in a scoring position with one gone now with Esparza with a chance
to drive in a couple more.
Up 3 already. Good job there by Wessels getting the high fives and head slaps. They're going into the dugout. From the stretch, Peters the lefty. A 3-run advantage for UT trying to hang on to it. Here's the pitch. Slow on it. Chop there, finds Erickson. The throw home is in time, and he's out. Nice play there to throw home instead of taking out at first. That's Gunnaman was looking to score. Great heads-up play there by Erickson to throw it home.
Yeah, and I mean it was an awkward hop for Sparks' play, but Erickson pulled it in and brought it home.
Go with McDaniel now at the dish. United Township. 2 gone. Runners on the corners. Big cut there by McDaniel. 0-1.
Now McDaniel has a chance to drive in an RBI as we saw last inning.
Yeah, finally got something to go his way today. And he got a couple RBIs on the base hit last at bat. Oh. That shot hits him inside, so now the bases are loaded, and now Trujillo comes up with a chance with the bases loaded for the second straight inning to try to add on to this lead.
Are they going to say that he swung at that one?
I don't know. I don't think he was coming around by the time that he got. I mean, he was coming around. I don't think it would have been a swing, but it was close. Thanks for your input. It was a hit, or he did get hit. They're going to say no swing.
And this is going to be a good chance for the Panthers to capitalize here.
Rock Island Island now in this hole. They got to keep their composure because this game's not over. It's only the bottom of the fourth. There's still 3 innings to play. They have a great chance to still keep things going, obviously. If he gets the out here, it's still only a 3-run ball game. And like we saw, they already have a 2-run inning so far on this ball game. So, I mean, it's not out of reach for them.
Right.
And especially the way that top of the order has been playing today, and with Cullen George still coming up next, with Chapman and George due up here, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Rock Island in the top of the 5th. They are not out of this game at all, so they really just need to keep their cool in this situation.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen their bats get hot. We saw it in the last game, and they're definitely not out of this game.
Right now, it's kind of sad how last year's doubleheader. But go ahead real quick, Tanner.
But I was going to state the fact that the way that Wessels has been pitching over the past 2 innings, I mean, he is starting to get into his little bit of a groove. So
yeah, and especially the way he can change speeds can help him a lot. So again, they're just this kind of just adds to how wild the doubleheader was in the regular season last year between these 2 teams. The fact that both games were ended up as walk-off wins for Rock Island. At Rocky, Bryce Lucan came out and broke his nose when he took a shot to the face with a ball. Pitched with a broken nose in the 6th and 7th of the first of the back in the doubleheader here. The coach got ejected for UT. There's the first pitch of this at bat. Strike one goes to field. Probably one of the wildest doubleheaders ever last season, and that was a statement made by both teams, and Rock Island came out and made a statement by winning those 2 games. But right now, Rock Island is in a hole in this one, down 3. As that pitch swung on and missed by Trujillo's. Like I was saying, last year they were down 3 in both games, so it's not like it's done. There's a lot of ball game to be played.
Right, and I mean, the Panthers still have to keep executing.
Nice 3-pitch strike. Strikeout there for the Heaters. Anyway, go ahead, Tanner.
The Panthers are going to have to keep executing on the defensive side of things here. And like you keep saying, it's far from over.
Yeah, you're right. It's very far from over. So now as we're about to go into the 5th inning, it's 6-3 in favor of the Panthers. This is Production FTB Sports. Nice breaking ball there, but it's a nice hit by Chapman over the head of Lucan. So Chapman gets on base, and this could possibly be the start of something here, as Cullen George, the man who has been on it all day today in both games, really has a chance now to get them right back into this thing.
Yeah, and if you're the Panthers, you got to find a way to cool this guy off a little bit here. He's just been tearing him up in the dish today.
George in this game 2 for 2 with 2 singles. On the day, 5 of 6, 3 doubles, 2 singles, and 3 RBIs. Nice shot there, the throw around the horn. Halligan to first, and in time, double play, and around the horn, double play there, started by Ellison, and then Halligan to Trujillo. Nice defense there by the Panthers, and that'll cool off George on that at bat right there.
Yeah, that's huge after the leadoff got on. Now Wessels in another good situation to go another inning without allowing a run.
Flawless, and at times when you see UT have had botch plays on defense, a flawless double play there by the Panthers. Good thing to see right there. They worked the around the horn. Now up to bat is Erickson. Swung on and missed there. Strike one. That is going to get over the head of Stavropoulos, but a ball. Another hard hard shot here. The last one was by Sanders out that far. That one by Erickson, and almost into the same exact spot.
It seems like if you're going to want to get a ball to fall down fair in right field, you're going to have to aim it at center field.
Yeah, the way the wind blows that ball down. Here's a ground ball foul. Nice hands there by the first base coach. And the pitch is swung on and missed as the ball falls. As far as the next up, throw to first is on time as it skips to him, so he'll get the strikeout, but it skips to him as far as missed the throw. And now it's still 6-3, but now with a runner on first with two gone.
Yeah, we're calling for the throw down to first to be inside, but he just got it as far as it threw it just inside on Trujillo. It allowed the runner to be safe down there at first after the strikeout.
Here's the pitch from Wessels. Outside ball one to Siegel.
But I mean, if you're Wessels here, you can just get this final out of the inning.
Yeah, here in the top of the fifth, up 3. Just gonna want to get this and move on. Here's the windup and the pitch in there. Strike one. Here's the windup of the pitch, Wessels. Ball 2 called low and inside. So it is 2-1 the count now for Siegel. Wessels just could be a couple pitches from getting out of this inning. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3, 3-1.
We talked about it throughout the course of this game. You got to wonder if, in Coach Yount's eyes, if Wessels' pitch count is starting to get up there a little bit. You don't want to see it come back to hurt the Panthers here.
I want to say it's got to be at least about 75. Running is Erickson with a foul ball. Here for Tracy. Here's the pitch from Wessels and right back at it. Sometimes you forget the fact that there's a fence there. Yeah, I was waiting for that thing to come right into our lap. Right into the kitchen table of the folks at home. Here's the pitch from Wessels. High, and let's see. Are they going to say he went around? Nope. in out of the jam. Here's the pitch outside. I feel like the wind just carried that ball outside.
Yeah, it really did. It's carried a lot of balls here today.
Here's the pitch. And there's strike three. He got caught looking. Gaskin sits down. Second strike out of the game. Russell's. Joey alongside of me is Tanner Stopwell's first at bat here in the bottom half of the fifth. First pitch in there for a strike to Peters. Peters coming in throwing pretty decent so far. For a guy that we thought was going to be the probable starter for this game. Not too bad in relief. There's a nice shot there to first. Here's Peters now. And chopped foul.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, since Peters just came in relief, he's done a great job, and now, I mean, he's got to hope that his boys can get some offense going and hopefully pick up a win for him.
That pitch in there for a strike. Trying to see who's in there throwing in the bullpen right now for UT. Someone's warming up. Peters outside for ball number 1-2 count here to Halligan. Here's the pitch and inside there. Jammed the ball, so did not go foul. That shot behind.
We'll see if Halligan can have a Connor Gunnaman at bat here.
Yeah, 2-2 count here for Halligan. In the leadoff spot. Pitch is low for ball 2, so runs the count full. It's Bryce Lucan in the bullpen right now. The closer for the United Township Panthers is in the bullpen right now, warming up. There's a shot by Halligan. Ground ball too short. Coming up with a Chapman to throw to first in time for the first out, or the second out of the inning. Adding now the fact that Lucan's in the warming up team. We'll see him coming in the sixth, or do you see him same in the seventh?
Well, I mean, what we've talked about all day is what's his pitch count. I think that we could see Lucan here in the sixth, and he might pitch 2 innings for the Panthers if he doesn't give up any runs. So he could come in and close out the last 2 innings of this game.
Try to get a 6-out save.
Mariano Rivera style.
Usually Lucan is the guy as that first pitch to Ellison was outside. There's a shot by Ellison foul.
Watch your window.
High too. Almost hit him. There was a car actually driving by when that ball was going over there. I thought it was about to hit him. Anyway, here's the pitch up high for ball number 1. Or 2-1 the count here to Ellison.
Something we haven't really touched on. After Ellison came up limping, he seems to be okay after that. That was for.
Yeah, you're right. But obviously, hurt for a moment, then shook it off. So good for him. But anyway, talking about Lucan, Bryce is usually the guy that they go to in the closer role or in relief at the end of games. Pitch there low, full count. wind up and the pitch. A nice shot there by Ellis in the center, getting under it and making the play. And that's how the inning will end. So after 5 solid innings here, 6-3 is the score, still in favor of UT. Interesting to see now if the pitching change is going to happen, as Wessels is walking out. So Wessels will take the mound to start the 6th. We'll be right back. 6-3, or excuse me, yes, Wessels is going to take the mound. We'll be right back with the 6th inning of action here. This is a production of FTP Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Joining alongside of me, Tanner Rowe here. We're on the campus of United Township High School. Top of the 6th inning here at UT. Panthers lead 6-3 in Game 2 of this doubleheader on Western Big 6 action. Here's the first pitch of the inning. In there for strike 1 to Mitch Erickson. Right now, the Rocks needing all sorts of help right now. Down 3 with 2 innings to play. Here's the pitch by Wessels. Nice breaking ball though. High inside infield fly ball. And it will go foul. And it's foul. Harrison ended up being in the way potentially of that. And true, there was kind of a look from a player on the Rock. I think it was Cullen George from Rock Island. Like, why are you trucking our guy? But what do you want him to do? He's looking up at the ball. There's nothing you can do in that situation.
So, if you're Coach Young in this situation and Wessels goes through this inning untouched, do you leave him in there for the 7th?
Well, there's a strikeout there. I believe it's his 8th K. His 9th strikeout. I think our stat man is 9 Ks on the day for Wessels, an outstanding performance in this ball game. But if he can get through this inning, in my mind, I think if he gets through this next guy solidly, leave him in to get the final out. But I think if he gives up a hit or two or a base runner or two, probably you want to pull him, just so you don't stress too much. But he's played very, very well, and he hasn't shown any weaknesses out there and fatigue in that arm or whatsoever.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it could be a situation where you see him, if he gets through this inning, maybe next inning they throw him out there, but the first runner he allows, they'll bring in Lucan and just close things up for him.
I think in my mind, no matter what, I think Lucan's going to get the nod in the 7th, barring what happens here. But I think if it stays like this, I think Lucan will come in and get the save in the 7th inning. Grant Meyer is coming in for the first time in this second game. First pitch, foul ball. UT 5 outs away from splitting this doubleheader, not up 1-1 in conference play. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball by Wessels, strike 2. And he's had that bad boy working all day for him.
Yeah, it's just falling right in the strike zone, and it's leaving hitters frozen up there at the plate.
On deck for Rock Island. Here's the pitch from Wessels. Nice breaking ball. Caught him looking. Strike 3. What a pitch by Wessels. That's his 10th K of the day. And just another great pitch by Wessels. He's been working that off-speed stuff. He's changed speeds all day. And that off-speed pitch, that breaking ball, has been dominant. And he's gotten a lot of the majority of the strikeouts by that and freezing hitters with it.
Yeah, the breaking ball's been his bread and butter today. It's working for him to perfection.
Again, right there. Got it called strike 1. And Ashton Faramelli. Here's the pitch outside, ball 1, 1-1. Wessels trying to stay in his groove right now. Came first, 2 guys. So sets from the windup. It is both the balls on the count. Here, number 13, Faramelli. That pitch called strike, 2-2 the count. You think Wessel's obviously the go-to money pitcher, so I expect a breaking ball here. 2-2 count.
Yeah, and if I'm the hitter right now, I'm thinking breaking ball the whole way.
He gives him a fastball, low for ball 3. Kind of surprised. I was expecting the split there. He ended up throwing the fastball low for ball 3. Let's see what Wessel's goes to. Tying run now going to be on deck circle. As Wessel's still commanding to the 3-run lead. Now, obviously, if you're Derek, you just want to sit this guy down and keep moving on and get into the 7th inning. Get this comfortable lead we already have and just try to end this ball game.
Yeah, and I mean, Wessels has a good chance to get out of this inning and then feel comfortable with Lucan on the mound in the 7th.
Here's the pitch. Runner going. The throw to Lucan is not in time as the throw is off from Esparza. So now runner at second.
A good throw there. Probably gets him.
Yeah, that ball was just to the right of Bryce.
Yeah.
It wasn't straight on dead target.
So it was definitely on time.
Another pitcher getting loose in the pen for the Panthers. There's a shot there, and it gets through Trujillo. Rounding third, and scoring will be Faramelli. So they cut the lead down to 2. Brian Skaggs getting loose right now in the pen. So a run given up there. It's 6-4. And right now, UT just got to keep their composure.
Yeah, and like we said,
and
this game is not over.
Rock Islands came back down 3 runs twice against them last year. So here's the pitch from Wessels. In there, strike 1. Nice pitch to get ahead in the count. Just stay ahead of guys, basically, is the thing you want to do right now. With Chapman up and Cullen George. Obviously, the one thing you want to do right now is obviously get this guy out because you don't want to put George at the dish, who's had such an amazing game. His only really mishap is that double play he grounded out to in his last at bat. So a guy as hot as he is right now at the plate today, you really don't want to have him on as the go-ahead run if you have 2 guys on base right now.
Yeah, and I mean if you make a base runner, you gotta think George is going up to the plate thinking he's gonna drive in a couple and tie this game up, especially the way his bat's been so hot today.
Yeah, there's a pitch ball right into the mailbox.
Away here.
You gotta think that's what's coming as the book. So he's gotten 2 strikeouts on it in this inning. I believe the count's 0-2 or 1-2. I'm not sure exactly. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside. The throw is on the runner. Safe. Ooh, that was close. Bang play there. Look, a perfect dead-on throw by Esparza, especially off of the hook.
And it looked like
It was a perfect pitch to run on off the curveball.
it looked like he got the tag down on the
It was
shoe.
very close. That ball, I don't think you could have placed the throw any better than that. So it was very close.
They're down there.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway, they step off. So now 2-2 now. Once he's just going to worry about getting this guy out with the big hitter and George on deck. Here's the pitch. Shot up the middle, and that'll get through, and that's in the gap. Or excuse me, that's not in the gap. That falls to right. Coming around and scoring, and it is 6-5. And Rock Island now has a chance with George coming up. George is the go-ahead run. They have cut this lead down to 1. got to think this is the end of the line now for the Wessels.
So now,
I think you want to bring Lucan in, the guy that's been in this situation. Possibly try to run Chapman here because they've tried stealing with the last two guys. They're going to leave Russell. Do you like the decision to keep him in the ballgame?
Well, I'm sure Coach John asked him how he was feeling. He's got confidence in his guy the way he's been feeling today. I like the decision here to let Wessels get out of the jam that he put himself into here.
Wessels' pitch count is up to 92 right now. Let's see if he shows like lag in that arm. There's strike one. Got to keep staying ahead of guys right now. This guy's got the hot bat today. Like you said, if there's anybody that Rock Island wants in this situation, it's him with a chance to go ahead with one swing of the bat. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Lucan comes up with it. The throw to first is in time. What a play by Lucan with the range. Gets the throw to first, and they get out of the inning. A great play by Lucan. This inning, to end this half, still up by one, going into the bottom of the sixth.
Good job to stop Valley, and now the Panthers got to look to grab a little insurance here before going into the seventh. So
you got to think. So a great play there by Lucan. We're going to go into the bottom of the sixth. UT still clinging to a one-run lead. What else is new? Welcome back, Joey, alongside of me, Tanner Rowe, here as we start the bottom of the sixth. Connor Gunneman, again in the leadoff spot here. Gunneman going to try to add on to his nice day, his good, solid day today, as that shot foul.
We'll see if Gunneman can work another 20-pitch count here.
Yeah, well, his two at-bats ago, he had a 16-pitch at-bat, then had a one-pitch at-bat, and he roped a single. So Connor Gunneman really trying to work it out now. 2 pitches, 2 fouls. Kind of Carmen copy what happened to this 16-pitch at-bat.
His confidence at the plate is just unbelievable. I mean, he'll foul off the pitches that he doesn't like until he gets one that he does like.
That 16-pitch at-bat really started that rally that UT got where they ended up getting 4 runs in that inning, and it really got things going for them. And now it's 6-5. There's a pitch fouled again by Gunneman. Little things like that really spark. A little thing like that really can spark these guys.
I mean, Gunneman sets a great model of patient hitting for the Panthers, and I think his teammates really need to follow that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he really is a big key there. As there's a ground ball to second. Siegel comes up with it. The throw to first is in time. I thought his foot came off the bag for a split second, but Erickson gets it down. As here comes Lucan. Outside for ball 1 to Bryce Lucan. 1 gone here, 6-5 in the 6th inning. Lucan right now, you got to think the guy that they're going to go to on the mound in the bottom or the top half of the 7th will try to close it out for UT. Try to slap the 42 on his back to get 3 outs. Here's the pitch from Peters. Chopped it right back to him. And he will run and get the tag. So 2 gone here. And 2 gone here at the bottom of the 6th. And Wessels now coming up. And this one is blowing hard. possibly discussing dinner plans for the game. But again, you got to look at Wessels, and you can't shy away from the performance he's had in this ball game at the mound. You know what the question, how far the question always living, how far can he actually go with his arm? With his history of fatigue problems and the history of damage he's had to that right shoulder. Very solid performance on the mound. 10 Ks, about 95, 98 pitches wise, something like that. Really solid outing for him. Now going to try to help his cause here at the dish, try to give his team another run, hopefully, here on the board. First pitch strike there by Peters. And again, speaking of pitching, Peters just came in and really slowed this offense down here. They have gotten guys on base, but they haven't been able to find home after getting out there.
Yeah, Peters has been great. We thought he was going to be the starter today. They could have really used that on the starting role today. The second game for Peters, but he came into relief and he's helped the Panthers to no runs. So
yeah, he's
doing his job.
He's been playing very solid out there on the mound here in relief, so it's been working out. Here's a pitch. That's no for ball 2-2 to the count. And like we said, the guy we thought was going to start in this ball game is in relief after they gave up after they made it 6-3, has been playing solid. The 5, 6, 7 hitters are going to be up for Rock Island in the top half of the 7th. Erickson and Siegel are the 5 and 6. There's a pitch high for ball 3, full count. Bailey Gaskin was the 7 hitter, but he got switched out earlier, so we'll see who's in for him. So still 1-run game. Here's the pitch, and swung on and missed there by Wessels, and Peters gets the K. So we'll move on to the top of the 7th. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Rock Island with our final chance in this ball game. We'll be right back with the top half of the 7th. This is production at FTP Sports. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Wink alongside of me, Tanner, as we start the top of the 7th. This is Rock Island's last chance here in this ball game. Matt Erickson, the guy who pitched a great game, a gem. I mean, a perfect outing pretty much for him in that first game. Pitching wise, now he's going to try to get some runs here hitting. First pitch there by Lucan, strike. As Bryce Lucan gets a save. A 6-5 game right now between the Panthers and the Rocks. The windup and the pitch from Lucan. Swung on and missed there by Erickson, strike 2.
And I mean, if you're the Panthers, you got to feel really confident with a guy like Lucan coming out to save the game for you. And he's three outs away here from splitting this series with the Rocks. Huge.
Pitch from Lucan. And curveball there outside. 4-1, so 1-2 the count. Let's see if Lucan attacks him on this pitch.
The thing is, I mean, if the Panthers can find a way to get this one done, they really have a favorable matchup.
Swung on and missed there by Erickson, and he sits him down. So now 2 outs away from the game.
They really have a favorable matchup next week when Quincy comes to town.
Yeah, next week they play Quincy. They play Rock Island at Rock Island on Thursday, the non-conference game. So Trey Siegel now at the dish. 1 out. Number 2, Luke Smith in the on next first pitch.
Trying to make quick work of these Rocks right now. Get out of this wind.
Pitch there outside, ball 1-1. Smith on deck. It's the potential go ahead. But if you're UT, this is kind of part of the line if you possibly want. As Siegel says, don't say anything like that as he ropes one to center. And now the go-ahead run is at the plate. And Luke Smith, pinch hitter coming up from the Rocks.
If you're Lucan, you got to think that you just didn't set up the
Yeah, no, they didn't. But here we go. Let's see what happens. 6-5 lead here for the Panthers in the top half of the 7th. Lucan sets, and the pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Let's see if Siegel steals. I would not be surprised if they give him the sign to run. You got to be thinking it's coming. Here's the pitch from Lucan. Fastball in the dirt, 2-0.
Siegel is the tying run, so do you want to risk that by stealing if you're the coach of the Rocks right now?
The way they've been playing small ball today, I would not be surprised if they try to steal. So 3-0, he has not touched the strike zone yet. Lucan, take a breath here in my mind. Really just calm down. So Mitch Erickson on deck. Here's the pitch in there for they call it a ball, so it's a 4-pitch walk, and now Erickson is up now for Rock Island. U.T. and possibly winning this one, and it's possibly slipping away. This ball game. First pitch low, so 5th straight ball, and Lucan not right now at this moment really not even coming close to the strike zone.
Yeah. Out there, just find the strike zone once and work off of that.
Here's the pitch, in there for strike 1, 1-1 the count.
There it is. That's what he needed.
And if you're UT, take the easy play here with whatever they give you, or whatever. Take the easiest route here. Try and get it out. There's a shot there by Erickson to center. Gunnaman chasing, and he makes a catch. Siegel is not going to tag. So 2 outs now, and 1 out away from getting split. Peters now coming up. He's done an outstanding job at keeping this game close, at coming in relief. Now is a chance to try to help out his own cause.
Yeah, and he's kept this game close, but he has struggled at the dish today.
You're right. I'm not sure if he has a hit at all today. He did go 0-4 in the first game.
It could be for the Panthers a scary situation because this is a guy that's due.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, who knows what could happen right now. Here's the pitch from Lucan. Outside, ball 1. Peters has looked lackadaisical at the plate today, but he has come in and he's been since he came in relief in the 3rd inning, he has been very outstanding on the mound. Now with a chance to help out his own cause. Here's the pitch in there for strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Runners on 1st and 2nd for Rock Island. An out here will end it. A base hit with a possible chance to tie the game, and Siegel in 2nd. Here's the pitch from Lucan. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
So now 2 strikes. 1 more to win this game.
Now Lucan with a chance to put an end to this one. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and UT picks up the win in game 2. They salvage the split with Rock Island, and they hold off the comeback and win 6-5. Our player of the game is Derek Wessel's 10 strikeout performance. And where we were talking about, the question with him is always the fatigue in the arm. He came out today and pitched an outstanding game, 10 Ks, really outstanding. He gets the nod for the player of the game in this one today.
Yeah, Wessels was definitely the difference maker out there on the mound. He did give up 5 runs there, and most of those came late, but he had a guy in Bryce Lucan who came in and got the save for him and gives Wessels the win. Good effort by the Panthers there in that 2nd game, and I'm sure they feel good about splitting with these Rocks after not having too much success against them over the past
this is
few
the
years.
first time they beat the Rocks in the last 4 meetings, so this is big for them. Well, Tanner, we're going to hopefully get an interview here with Derek Wessels and possibly Bryce Lucan here in a minute after we break away. We'll come back with that, so stay tuned, watching in and listen to that. But I think, Tanner, real quick, for you, any final thoughts on today's action?
Well, I mean, opening day of Western Big Six play, and the 2 teams split, so there's a lot to be excited about, you know. And obviously, right now, the hot team in the Western Big Six is the Allman Pioneers, so that's who these teams are going to be looking to take out. And it's going to be an interesting season in Western Six baseball because there's just a lot of talent throughout.
Yeah, I agree. It should be fun. So, Rock Island won game 1, 5-2. UT salvages a split and wins 6-5 in game Game 2, player of the game in Game 1 was Cullen George and also Matt Erickson. Our players of the game today, Bryce Lucan with the save, coming in and closing out, and a couple big hits today as well in that second game, and also Derek Wessels with an outstanding performance for United Township. I want to thank everybody listening in. For Tanner Rowe, I'm Joe Winkle. I want to thank Brandon for doing camera today for us, and I want to thank everybody joining us. Hopefully you guys can join us again next Saturday. UT plays Quincy here at home. A doubleheader in Western Big